Whoa. Officers?
Yeah,
Officers.
the one kind of looks and sees the body here, and he kind of like moves over here, and the other guy is kind of moving like right here, and he's like, they're both got their rifles trained on, just you guys.
Yeah.
There's no need for that. We stopped the crime in progress.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
You're talking about the charisma.
You fucking talking.
Well, I'm the talking man. All right.
Drop your weapons.
I just throw mine aside.
Gladly.
I dropped the alien.
He kind of looks at you guys and he's like, drop them.
My friends and I.
Pistol.
My friends and I were in the area. We heard blaster fire. We approached. We heard a man screaming for help. We came and aided him. That's all that happened here. We have captured one of them as well.
This guy can vouch for us. He works for the company.
Exactly.
Diplomacy.
Goddamn right, I will.
Actually, it's gonna be bluff because I mean you are
right.
You are actively lying.
That's all right, dude. 24.
24. Okay. And the guy kind of pipes up and he's like, yes, and he kind of like puts his hands down. And he's like, yeah, I was being robbed and they were. I don't know if they were part of some gang around here, but they were trying to steal our supplies and.
Don't make assumptions.
They came here and they were able to save me. And he kind of like, looks at the rest of you and he's just like, I do genuinely thank you. And the two guards, they haven't lowered their weapons. We're going to need you all of you to come with us.
Hey.
As the other one's starting to kind of, he's like talking to his communicator, kind of like, you can hear him kind of like reporting it to somebody.
I mean, if you need us to, I don't know.
There's not a need. You will come with us.
Looks like it's my turn now.
Okay.
To these guys.
Yeah.
So, do you guys do anything else?
I want to ask them if they want help carrying this guy.
Well,
I want to ask them if there's a bounty on him too.
They don't seem to, really answer your questions. They just, have you guys all kind of go out in a group outside of the area. Several more security guards kind of show up. There's about 10 in all. After a while, they escort you guys away with the unconscious guy in tow.
Was the bad guy still in this building?
There's no guy in that building.
The guy that came out to look?
No, he came out of here.
Oh.
Came out of the big building.
I thought it came out of this one.
Yeah.
No.
So you guys all get escorted. Not to the Bastion. It seems to be one that's located within this spike still. You guys are all being interrogated. Quite a bit of the conversation is what happened, what's going on. Do you guys regale them with what occurred?
I don't know anything.
One of the officers?
They're interviewing you guys all separately. So we'll say starting with Ziddix.
Okay. What do they ask?
So he's asking you a recount of what occurred.
Well, we were shot at the location you saw us, and we returned fire to protect ourselves. And in the process, we killed a few of their people and noticed that one was being hostage.
Okay.
And that was around the time you guys showed up.
Diplomacy check.
Okay.
Tet?
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy. I was just going down to Lotion Dynamics to check on the, bypass for augment I'd heard about, and all of a sudden all these shots started going off, so me and the guys, being the good-natured citizens we are, we decided to poke our head in and see what we could do about the situation, and well, what do you know, there's these ruffians holding somebody hostage, and the next thing you know, we're in the middle of a gunfight, and you guys are showing up, and it's just a whole big party.
Golly.
Diplomacy check. What did you get? 11? Okay. What did you get, Tet?
2.
Okay.
I rolled a 4.
I should put
got
something.
a 2.
I should put a rank into a diplomacy.
It's at nothing.
We were heading down here to check out some augments, and we heard some fire, and we proceeded to scope out the situation and saw there was a hostage involved. And we returned fire after they fired on us first and proceeded to take a couple out and rescue the hostage.
Diplomacy check.
That's still pretty up there, though. Probably wrote 11.
11.
Yeah, that's my roll.
And finally, Soren.
Well, we were on our way to the Lorson's Dynamics place. Mouseman wanted to get some parts for something or other. He's always tinkering on things. And we discovered that there were some not so nice guys hanging out in this warehouse. They fired on us first, and we returned fire. And we eventually found out that they were holding the guy hostage, so we went in there and cleared out the building, and
Don't tell them about the smoke grenade.
You're not there.
were able to
But good point.
we're able to subdue the hostiles and take one prisoner. And by the way, if there's a bounty on that guy, I'm claiming it.
We will let you know.
All right, thank you very much.
Diplomacy check.
12.
All right. So, several hours pass. Each one of you kind of like being led out of a common kind of like lock-in area. The Sheeran from Lorson Dynamics was separated from you guys as you guys were all being interviewed,
Do I see
and
him?
you haven't seen him since you guys first got to the security station. Best guess, probably, you know, day passes, like about, 24 hours pass. Eventually, a security guard comes. Do you guys really do anything in your cells in the meantime?
Sleep.
Sleep?
Yeah.
All right.
Meditate, refresh.
All right.
Think
So
about that bounty.
you guys
Sweet
all
bounty.
get up right about kind of the same time, and one of the security guards comes and says, "You have a visitor," and kind of walking in a rather like very formal, like business-like kind of robe. You see a Lashunta kind of walking in and kind of looks at the guard, nods. Not somebody you recognize.
Okay.
It's
So Lashunta still.
It's a Lashunta female.
doesn't make me happy.
Kind of walks into the cell and kind of looks at all of you.
We're in the same cell.
I'm just waiting.
Yeah, you guys are all kind of in the same cell.
Yeah, we got each our own little suite.
I turn on my bed. I face the wall.
Fuck.
So she kind of comes in
You're
and
not my
looks
mom.
behind her at the security guard. Security guard leaves. Kind of looks at all of you. So, you are the ones that protected our assets.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, that's us.
Well, you have my thanks.
You're welcome.
And pray tell, for what reason did you do this? I would assume, based on the records that they were able to glean, you most likely were not simply passerbys, judging from your rough and tumble exterior.
Don't think this too forward, but we have reason to believe you guys have business with the Thresh.
And what, pray tell, makes you think that?
Don't name drop it.
May or may not be how we managed to stumble upon this situation.
Stumble? So, there may have been some truth to you. Just simply appearing, showing up.
Well, I mean, it wasn't not deliberate that we were there.
She kind of looks at you, like, seems to be kind of like gauging you. I need you to make a will save.
Can I telepathy to Skada?
As he's talking?
10.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. You can tell that she's really staring at you intently. Another will save if you don't mind.
$23.
23? Okay. There was definitely an attempt at encroaching into your mind.
Mm-hmm.
And she was most definitely the culprit. But she kind of looks at you and kind of gives a little wry smile. Well, you are certainly guarded enough to be interesting to me. She kind of looks at the other three of you, and you do have Buzz with you. They commandeered his gun and everything, but you know, he's just kind of floating in the air next to you. And the rest of you. Just kind of looking at all of you.
I'll get out of bed.
Are you also simple bystanders?
We're kind of just looking for answers.
As it turns out, yeah. Simply bystanders.
Well, it seems that fortune certainly has favored us here. And for you as well, I think.
Yes, it'll be nice for us once we're free and clear.
Can I now pipe into Skadaw's mind?
Go ahead.
When are we getting paid?
That was my next step.
Okay.
You say you're thankful for this. How thankful are you?
She kind of like smirks, and there's an audible kind of chuckle from her. Well, the company definitely keeps those that do them well in good favor, and we reward those that especially keep our assets intact. And she kind of looks. Please, this location makes it a little unpleasant for idle conversation. Please, follow me. And she kind of like walks out. The door's still open behind her.
Follow her.
Yeah, I follow her.
Yeah. Just follow suit.
Security guards don't stop you.
Are we able to get our weapons back?
They do.
Nice.
They give you guys your equipment back.
Strap my little web belt and my pistol to myself.
Yep.
Magnetize my gun.
She brings you actually to one of the other stems of the Absalom station, taking private transport over to a different location you guys haven't been before. As you guys are traveling, she kind of just seems to be taking in each one of you. Very long, piercing gazes. I need first Soren. A will save.
10.
All right, another one.
20.
20.
Or no, that's a 19.
It's a
23.
19.
23.
And then Zidix, you'll be up.
Natural one.
Natural 1. All right, roll again.
Will save.
Yep.
4.
Okay.
10,
Mm-hmm.
22.
22. Okay.
Not bad.
So she kind of casts her gaze at each of you, and you definitely feel that piercing kind of moment, like somebody else's thoughts intruding on your own. Her gaze stays on you, Ted, and there's just the slightest smirk kind of as she's staring directly into your eyes, that she just simply kind of turns and just more kind of aloof, and she's like working on her communicator as well, just flipping through messages. It seems like it's hard to see from your guys' kind of vantage point, but eventually the transport does stop. You guys all get out, and she kind of motions, and you guys enter what appears to be kind of like a hangar area, and
Hangar, I hardly know.
The lights are very dimmed. It's very kind of like compact. It seems to be just kind of one size. It's not a very large one. It's clearly a private kind of hangar. And she kind of turns. Well, it seems that we might have similar interests. I feel that for the measure that you have shown of your assistance. An equal measure is in order. And she kind of turns and presses kind of like a little, kind of boop on her communicator. And you see a large ship in the hangar. And she kind of looks back at you. It seems that all of you are quite in need of personal transportation, I feel.
You're not wrong.
She kind of gazes up.
I've tuned out and I'm in another world.
I chime in. We have issues on this station still. We can't leave.
She kind of looks at you and just that is of no concern.
Damn.
So you're aware of our interrogation?
Oh, I'm aware of a great deal of things, but you will not have anybody stop you on your way out, if you so wish.
I so wish. Yeah.
What about that one dude, the prisoner? Was there a bounty on him? Because I'd like to claim it.
He was some simple thug,
Just a nobody.
street urchin, not worthy of a second thought.
I feel like I wasted my time.
And this ship we have is, well, the ship here is beautiful, but is there a fiscal reward as well? Because I mean,
Skada,
Diplomacy check.
this is huge. This is more than money.
This is a way to get even more money.
12.
I'm like lunging at Skada. Just
that's a bad one.
She kind of looks at you with a slight look of disappointment.
I'm sure Ted's like,
she's like,
what the fuck are you talking about?
I feel that this is more than enough. Company assets such as this are quite valuable, as you might understand. And
You're not wrong. It was just a general inquiry. I'm not dumb enough to think that this isn't enough of a reward. I was just checking because sometimes when you're out and about in the great
Bluff check.
yes, you
the
can.
great expanse, sometimes you need some fundages. That's all I'm saying. It's no big deal.
Well, this is certainly a means to an end, and
Yes.
while you are certainly to use this as you come and go, please don't wreck it.
Is this
I
our
wouldn't
hangar
dream of
too?
If you so choose to come back,
Get a private hangar.
Private
Now-
hand.
Hey, private ship.
keep in
I mean,
mind.
You guys think
Ted,
what I'm thinking?
Ted, you see this? You
What?
you like to
What
get
do you?
your
Shut up! I'm busy.
And I'm just like leaned up against one of the ships, just like my face up against it, just like listening and like feeling it slowly.
Now,
I mean, I
keep
think
in
that's
mind.
enough to know that
She
we're
kind of,
very cool
she
with
kind
this.
of, her expression kind of like, solidifies a little bit more. Now, this is certainly yours to use as you wish, but keep in mind, you will, at a certain date in the future, might find yourselves employed in some further business with Lorsian Dynamics.
Oh, sure. This wasn't coming without a price tag. I mean,
Oh, it's not a price tag. Think of it as more future expanding of our relationship.
gotta see it up
So
as you
long as
will. I mean, that sounds. I wouldn't expect any less.
So long as it's not distasteful,
Oh,
I'll help.
not at all.
Good. I think we're in agreement here.
Yeah.
Well, as you gentlemen, I'm sure, have many things to do, I will leave you to it. Please, have an excellent day. And she
You
kind of,
too, man.
she gives you a very kind of respectful bow.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I want to like mimic the bow
Definitely.
And
as respectfully as I can, not
and-
awkwardly.
I folded my mating hands for that. Because they're normally out like that,
just
So I
real
kinda-
like,
They're retracted. They're not ready to
and
fray.
she kind of turns around. Oh, it has a name. You certainly can change it if you wish, but the Fortunas seems to possibly be a good fortune for future businesses and opportunities that you may have taken on your own in the future.
It is a great name. a little superstitious that such positivity could, come back to bite us. But
Only acknowledging that possibility increases the chance of bad luck.
goddamn right it does.
Well,
All we need is duct tape to cover up.
gentlemen,
Eunice part and just call it the fort.
She's called
she leaves the
Or
hangar.
Toonie.
I mean, at this point, you guys are just kind of by yourselves, and
Yeah, sure. She's
Buzz
like
just kind of floating, and he's just like,
Forness.
he's like, dang. So,
I want to board this ship and start
There's ours?
exploring it.
all right. So you guys,
I want to
engineering,
thank her for that.
engineering check from
Shit.
the guys that are trained in it. Actually, piloting.
18. 19. Oh no,
Are you-
20.
aren't you a
not
pilot?
natural.
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
I thought you were
whatever.
a
We'll say piloting. This is a
Well, there's an
Kevallari
ability-
Venture.
I have an
Is the,
ability mod
class-
on that,
But you gotta be trained.
but I'm not trained.
No, you
I
don't
have an
to be
ability
what?
mod.
It's the the type, like the model and the
my thing.
make and model essentially is the Kevallari Venture.
Kevallari Venture.
Kevlori Venture. Venture. I'll have a sheet for you guys next time.
Okay.
R-Y
That's
or
the make.
R-I?
Sounds like some rich billionaire in a
Alright.
James Bond movie.
You
I'm
know it,
Kevallari Venture.
you guys know it as a class of an explorer ship, so it's very versatile. And you guys, as you're exploring, note that it has cargo capacity. It has pretty formidable defenses for an explorer ship. It seems that
You seen what I'm seeing? Ted?
they've
More than that.
this
though.
is definitely a built up version of it. Evidently, it's not
This has
just
been hot
stock.
rodded.
I like the sound
And
of that.
you notice that it has a physical science lab as well as a med bay.
That sounds like my cup of tea.
And the like I said, defenses are more formidable than the offenses, but sometimes they'll say that defense is good offense, all that stuff.
Unite her up, Ted.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I made a good call, but I'm not saying I made a bad call in this situation.
Things seem to work out
Yeah.
for the better.
I mean, sure this was a mess, but look what we got now.
Yeah, you guys have been seemingly blessed with good fortune.
For now. Knock on
We'll
wood.
see if the tides will, turn against you, but
Next
time
time on
being-
Dragon Ball Z.
that definitely will conclude our session, but that will be it for tonight.
Oh.
So thanks, and I guess we'll play next time.